Hi guys, today we're back with our book review, and today we're going to be tackling this book, Susanna Wesley, Mother of John and Charles. Susanna Wesley by Charles Ludwig. And this is actually a really nice book because it's like a little biography on the life of the mother of the famous preachers and the people who established the Methodist Church, which is John and Charles Wesley. And that woman behind them is Susanna Wesley. What's amazing, I could really call her like a superwoman. She's such a great mom because she gave birth to 19 kids, but only 7 of them grew up to be adults and to get old. And she was actually a homeschool mom. She homeschooled her kids, and she was actually pretty strict because she would establish how much, like, she gave so much weight to character development in her kids. She would have a specific time every week for each of the kids. As you can imagine, she had a lot of kids, so every week she would allot time to each of her kids to pray with them and to have Bible study with them. And she plotted a schedule for all chores for the kids, and then also her study with them. And she also started she's also kind of called the mother of Methodism because she really started the movement in her home. She devoted 1 hour every week in her kitchen, and she invited people over to study the Bible with. And over time, it grew to about 200 people, so they started congregating and they started meeting up, and that's where it all started. And one thing that I really remember reading in this book is how she really disciplined the kids. She believed that even at like 9 months old, the kid was when misbehavior was happening in the kid, she already believed in spanking, in not sparing the rod. And then also, what really moved me the most was how she prayed for John and Charles, especially when they started going out and doing missions. And she really prayed for them to be ministers. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. And as a mother, praying for your child for their calling is such a big thing because we know how powerful mothers' prayers are. And we can see the manifestation that in both John and Charles Wesley. Of course, also with the support of her loving husband, who was also a minister in the church. But it's just amazing how God can work through moms and how important the training and discipline that we have at home affects us kids in later years. I really learned that God uses the most ordinary people. Susanna Wesley she was not that educated, especially in their time, given that she was a woman. She wasn't allowed to really have an education. But seeing the training that she gave her kids, especially as a homeschool mom, it's really amazing how God can use mothers to really create something that will last for eternity and mold characters in the likeness of Jesus Christ. And and then, like, for me especially, as also a homeschooler and having a homeschool mom, it's really amazing because even in olden times we can see that this sort of education is really effective, especially in training kids to be missionaries. And it's really inspiring to know that people like John and Charles Wesley were also homeschooled, and it gives me a lot of encouragement. And and in our day-to-day lives, you can really see that God is working in us in the most things that sometimes we don't even understand. But especially as a homeschooler, we have a schedule every day, and we do things that we really prioritize character development. And so every day, I pray that like in the Wesley household, we can have that sort of priority to be one with God and to know Him more, especially in the reading and study of His Word. So I wholeheartedly recommend this book if you want to learn more about the life of John and Charles Wesley, also about Susanna Wesley, especially for those moms out there who who are really praying to train their kids in the likeness of Jesus Christ. You guys should read this book. It's really nice, and I really recommend it. So that's that. Thank you. Bye.